Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to the DATPROF Experience 2024. It's always nice to see so many familiar faces once again at the DATPROF Experience. It's also nice that we nowadays can have the session in the capital of the Netherlands, as we were last year, of course. Maybe some of you knew it already or know it still. We were at Wijk aan Zee, beautiful weather. The weather is not as bad as they forecasted, so that's just fine. But it's wonderful that we can all join. On behalf of the entire DATPROF team, I want to welcome you all at the DATPROF Experience. And what I would love to do today, and it's a little bit how I ended, or we started also last year a little bit, is I explained a little bit about the adventure that we had in the USA. And we started up an entity, and I also explained a little bit about it later on, as well as some of the highlights and the milestones that we achieved last year. But when Bert and I returned from the United States, it's also interesting to reflect a little bit on what you all are doing right now as DATPROF. So Bert and I had also a session to reflect and to think about the strategy and the mission and the vision and who are we as DATPROF and who we want to become in the near future. And I would like to share with all of you a little bit the outcomes. So after a long and hard discussion, in the end of the day, we created our new mission and vision statement. And in our mission statement, what we really try to achieve in the end of the day is we would like to modernize the way businesses approach test data. And as we see it nowadays still, it's in most cases a bottleneck, but we really try to make an accelerator, streamline the process, try to get test data available at the click of a button instead of it being a challenge. So that's the mission that we try to achieve. And we do it with our vision. And in the end of the day, our vision is especially, we want to be leading of course, but especially the ease of use is important to DATPROF. So we really try to make it as easy as we possibly can so we can serve our clients and our partners. Based upon this mission and vision statement, we also created, of course, a wonderful strategy for the next couple of years. And what we try to achieve is to build and deliver an easy-to-use platform that provisions quick, compact and compliant test data for our customers and partners. To dive a little bit more into the details, it is a little bit more than just this wonderful sentence, because we want to build it. We also understand that right now we have a wonderful tool set available, but we are not there yet. So we still have to remain and build our DATPROF platform further. So we want to enhance it with NoSQL support, even further file support, cloud support, which we already do, but we want to enhance it, make it a little bit better than we do nowadays, and of course also SaaS. So we need to remain building on our DATPROF platform. And we want to deliver it, of course, together with our clients. We can make sure it's a success, but we will do it especially right now with a focus on Europe and the United States. That's our focus for the next couple of years. I don't know, of course, we have some nice ambitions and maybe we will once also do something in Australia. I heard talk to Bas a little bit about it already. But it's not for the next years to come. And ease of use, well, it's our DNA, I already mentioned it, but ease of use is something that's really important to us. In every single way we do and develop things, we want to make it as easy to use as we possibly can. We also strive to really make it a platform, not a bunch of tools, but a consistent set of tools with different modules that work simultaneously together to make the best possible solution in test data. And now I already said test data, and test data is pretty important to us, but it also makes for many of our clients, it's important, I think, to know that we are focusing on test data. We don't do production, we don't do all the other stuff, we fully focus on test data. But that also means from our end that there's more on the table than only data masking or synthetic data generation. We also, with subset and database virtualization, with DATPROF Virtualize, which we introduced last year, we want to make the next step in getting it easy available, but it's purely focused on test data. And we do it together with our customers and our partners, of course. So together with our customers, we try to make it better and better, enhancing the products based upon some feedback that we receive, of course, and that's also for our partners. And also for our partners, we want to be more and more engaged with those as well. So that was a little bit also the outcome of the trip to the United States. It makes us a little bit reflect on what we are doing, and it also makes it possible to watch into the future what we try to achieve in the next couple of years. As mentioned last time, we explained a little bit the adventure that we started with our entity in the United States. So right now we have an office in Miami with a team and an office here in the wonderful Netherlands, but in Groningen then. And Bert and I were traveling once again to Miami, and we had a wonderful session also with the team, and I think based upon what we explained last year that a little bit of update was necessary today. But it was a wonderful session once again, so we really helped the team a little bit out a couple of days, and then we went once again to the Star East conference, which was already exciting once again. So we met a lot of potential clients. We doubled at least the number of leads, so that we were really hyped and excited to return back and see the different steps. It's still a long journey. It's not a sprint. It's really a marathon, I would say, because it just takes some time, especially in our industry. I would say it just takes some time, and we have patience, so we will get there. And of course, we have some wonderful new faces also in this room. Some of them are first time around, so also wonderful that you are now able to join. And I hope you also have an inspiring session today. Some of the more business highlights that I wanted to share with you, and then I'm also almost finished, are two things that I think are worthwhile mentioning. They are not the things that we do on a product level, but more on a business and as a company. And we did two major things last year, which I would like to highlight. And that's one thing is the customer success that we introduced and the new version of our DATPROF Academy. For customer success, we started it last year. We really want to make sure that we are getting closer and more helping clients more in aligning what they try to achieve and how we can support them. It's a wish from DATPROF or for a long time already that instead of more a reactive support, which is already I think on a really nice level, but more on an active support. So really trying to engage with our clients, talk with them and understanding how they are achieving their goals and how we as DATPROF can even help them any further. So we have sessions scheduled with clients, but also with new customers at least once a year. It can be multiple times a year just to get the goal alignments ready. We make a success plan together with the people in the session with our clients to make sure that we achieve the different goals that we set. And next to it, and that's also nice, and I think that's wonderful to see also that it's happening from the inside, from the team of DATPROF, that sometimes they're bubbling up wonderful new ideas to improve certain things. And one of them is the DATPROF Academy. We already had a wonderful learning module, I would say, but it was maybe lesser professional than nowadays. But we really made an effort to increase the DATPROF Academy. So this is a small overview. Today, Yuri, he's also in the room, will explain a little bit more in detail what we achieved. But we really brought the DATPROF Academy to a new level. So it's more professionalized and you can do an online course, but you can also do it on your own pace instead of the original one. And so that's a wonderful thing. Last thing I would like to mention before we need to do something with a virus. I've heard it's not the coronavirus, but there seems to be a virus somewhere around in this building. I would like to share my thoughts about a little bit the future of DATPROF, especially as a business. So on a global marketplace, I try to make a little bit of a marketplace, but don't know if that's fully visible, but you have to a little bit fantasize it maybe a little bit. But I saw two major things that we see also as DATPROF that can help further move the test data markets, also the growing of the test data market, but that's also test automation. I think test automation is still a growing market, but I also see that more and more clients come to DATPROF and saying, you know, we have a wonderful test automation tool set, but unfortunately it doesn't always result in the expected results that we hoped for. And in many cases, not every case, but in several cases, it's also the infrastructure sitting underneath is not fully aligned with the test automation framework that they bought or required. So therefore, aligning the test automation with test data will help DATPROF and will help us all to get test data management more on the agenda, I would say. And the other one that I'm still seeing, and that's the data storage market is still growing. Well, that's not something new. I think many of you all will understand that it's still growing, especially with the wonderful things like artificial intelligence and machine learning. We need still more and more data to store. And I would also say with the momentum that people start storing more and more data, the complexity also rises. Unfortunately, we're always interested in new technology, but introducing new technology and another new technology doesn't make life any less complex. Therefore, I would also like to say to everyone, you know, if you get in control of your test data today, that would be rather a good idea, because otherwise it will be even more complex if you do it further away in the future. So these two things will really help, I would say, also pushing the test data management market.